The battle to save humanity from alien invaders rages on. Follow all the key developments exclusively on this channel. Hello, welcome to the 14th episode of XCOM, Enemy Unknown.
The UFOs set down in a sparsely populated area.
The Sky Ranger is setting down in an undisclosed wooded area in the UK. There have been reports that a UFO landed not far from here, and so the crew from XCOM has showed up loaded for bear. Leading the way is Jessica Evans. This is her first mission with the squad after the XCOM program earned her services as a reward for stopping abductions in the UK in our last episode. She's now the ranking member of the assault class, and everyone involved with the project is anxious to see what she can do. Also new to his role is Baroto, who was just assigned to the heavy class after the last mission. With the death of Karam, he's actually the only one in the group, so it's safe to say that there will be a fair amount of pressure on him to perform. Add it all up, and this mission is almost as much about getting answers as it is about stopping this particular group of aliens.
Weapons hot.
But given that Evans just found some aliens, we will indeed focus on them for the moment and leave the questions about personnel for later. She does not have a great chance to hit any of them, and if she fires, she'll be left vulnerable behind half cover. Romero's chance to hit isn't quite as high as they might like, but it's respectable. And that's bad. Not only did she miss the Muton, but she's done damage to Vorobyov's cover. That tree will probably disintegrate completely if it takes one more hit. Since Evans is the most vulnerable of the squad, Knight's going to throw a smoke grenade to try to help keep her safe. Since most of the XCOMers can't even see the Mutons yet, they'll simply go on Overwatch and try to get a free shot should the aliens move forward. Romero lines up another shot. This one has less than a coin flip's chance of connecting, and it did not. Evans is already the most far forward of any of the group, but she's looking to move even closer. And this seems like a good move. Not only did it improve her angle for this shot, but she has the potential to start flanking them here pretty soon. And sure enough, she tags that one hard. Knight may be all out of smoke grenades, but once again, she's going to try to keep the rest of them safe by suppressing the closest Muton. Baroto and Vorobyov go on Overwatch in order to make the Mutons pay if they try to move forward. It looks like the suppressing fire definitely did some good because the Muton shoots but does not come close to connecting. Then again, the other one also shot and missed. Nonetheless, I would still vote suppression over not. Romero once again has a solid chance to hit and nails him for more than respectable damage. And while Evans does her best to duplicate the success of her last shot, the results of this one are somewhat less pleasing. At this point, Baroto declares, "When in doubt, use a rocket." And he puts them down. It's worth pointing out that there were 3 mutons in this group, so there is still one unaccounted for. Speak of the devil, and there he is.
They're trying to pull back.
And he tags Evans with a brutal shot. But Romero has him firmly in her sights,
Nailed him.
and she drops him like a hot rock.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
With the last muton down, it's time for Overwatch and reloads all the way around.
Good to go.
As you may recall, Evans took a pretty rough blast from that muton before he died, and so Knight is going to use the med kit to patch her up.
You'll be back in the fight ASAP. Locked and loaded.
With everybody healed, reloaded, etc., they are now free to spend some time moving forward to find more aliens. Evans moves forward again and discovers a trio of aliens sunning themselves on top of their craft. Romero once again is faced with a less than stellar shot opportunity, but it's the only one she has, and she takes it. While it's a miss, it did break down his cover, and that may help one of the others do some damage. Although perhaps not Evans. Still, she also damaged his cover, and that may well factor in a little later on. Baroto takes a run at the other muton and manages to wound him severely.
On Overwatch.
Come get some. I'm all right.
No way!
And just when you think things are more or less under control, 3 more mutons show up. Romero certainly has her choice of targets, all of whom she has a solid chance to hit, but cannot cash it in. Evans has been on a bit of a cold streak with her shooting, but in fairness, she's been at kind of a tough angle this whole mission. Baroto, on the other hand, lines one up and mows him down. And now it's Vorobyov's turn to lob a smoke grenade. With this many mutons confronting them, that's a lot of plasma fire coming their way, and they want to make sure they survive if at all possible. Knight moves over to the side, perhaps in hopes of getting a flanking angle, but she's far enough away she can't actually see any of them to shoot. And now it's time to test out the effectiveness of that smoke grenade. The first muton does indeed miss, although he damaged Vorobyov's cover. The second one doesn't even try. He simply lobs a grenade instead. And with another miss, I would say the smoke grenade has proved its worth. And with yet another miss, I hate to say it, but this is easily the worst shooting performance we've ever seen from Romero, Even when she was a rookie, she was much more accurate than this. Meanwhile, Evans apparently has ended her cold streak by tagging one of the Mutons. But one step forward, two steps back, because Baroto cannot finish him off. The other Evans, Molly, steps up and takes her first shot of the day. And perhaps she should have started earlier, because she kills that Muton deader than a mackerel. This is a very strange thing to see, that wherever Vorobyov goes, that he steps behind a tree, it is almost immediately destroyed by either friendly or enemy fire. And he pays a stiff price for that one, because he is badly wounded. Romero is about to line up another shot here. Hopefully this will mark her return to form. And she makes it look easy. The junior officer of the Evans sisters steps up, but she doesn't really have a particularly good shot at this Muton, and it's no real surprise that she misses. Vorobyov, on the other hand, introduces a certain Muton to his favorite laser rifle.
I'm ready.
And no sooner does one Muton move back a little bit than another moves forward. He does his best to take out Molly Evans, but does little more than damage the local flora. Vorobyov is badly wounded and moves to the rear for more protection.
I'm on it.
Back in.
Roger that. Scanning.
On Overwatch.
Hello. We haven't seen him since he scurried off the roof of that spaceship. Romero lines up another shot, but misses again.
Adjusting aim.
Evans tags that Muton with a blast of laser fire to the face, but can't quite manage to repeat for her second shot. But in a beautiful moment of sisterly solidarity, Molly Evans puts him down.
Overwatch. Aye, aye. Got it covered.
And it just may be that these Mutons are not as dumb as they look, because another one has weighed the odds and decided discretion is the better part of valor. With no aliens directly in their sights, they've positioned themselves as best they can and gone on Overwatch.
It's killing time.
You hear that?
I'm not positive this is the same Muton we saw move away just moments ago, but either way, first Vorobyov and then Romero team up to put him down.
Back online.
With that Muton down, it seems that it's time for a round of reloads, and then they're going to worry about that big bruiser still lurking around off to the right.
On Overwatch.
Got it covered. Eyes peeled, Commander.
Knight is going to use a medkit charge on Vorobyov, and as badly as he was hurt, that's probably a little bit overdue. Finally, after searching for some time in the woods, they approach the ship, and in doing so, find that hulking brute again. Romero not only has him in her line of sight, this is easily one of her best shot opportunities of the day, and she makes it count. Molly Evans is going to use run and gun here to get a little bit closer in. What they're going to try to do is hit this berserker and bring him forward so that everybody else in the squad has a better shot. Use his own aggressiveness against him. However, that strategy works a lot better if someone can hit him. Now it's Jessica Evans' turn. She's going to have 2 cracks at this. Tags him with the first shot and plants him with the second.
Affirmative. Covering
On
now.
Overwatch.
As usual, with the field clear of hostiles, it's time for reloads for those who need it, Overwatch for those who don't.
Ready to engage. Back online. Eyes peeled, Commander.
It's become fairly obvious that they are going to find the pilot of the ship, the outsider, inside. Whether anything else is there with him remains to be seen.
Roger that.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
Roger that.
Moving
Scan.
to Overwatch.
Within a few minutes, they've positioned themselves at key points around the ship, and Baroto goes in to flush them out. The strategy works nearly perfectly. He's so close to the other squad members, they can really pick and choose their shots here. Knight leads things off and definitely does some damage. The biggest challenge here is that they do not want to kill him. They want to wound him and then use the arc thrower to bring him in alive. In pursuit of that, Evans fires her pistol instead of her laser rifle, and this should leave him weakened enough to try the stun gun. Vorobyov steps up and
Excellent work.
worked like a
This
charm.
new artifact as soon as you return.
Another day?
There have certainly been ups and downs this season so far, but this is one mission the squad should feel nothing but good about. A solid success, their first live capture of an alien, and no casualties whatsoever. There are also a pair of promotions to hand out. Baroto is now a corporal and will gain the very useful ability Bullet Swarm. Meanwhile, Romero has been promoted to Major, just one shy of her maximum rank. The team recovered a number of useful items, but the plasma rifle is especially key because that should open up a research path to more powerful weapons. The commander takes this opportunity to order what should be his last 2 satellites. That done, he also manufactures a UFO tracking boost. With the new power generator coming online, the commander immediately begins construction on a foundry. Shortly thereafter, the satellite uplink is complete. Say what you like about the aliens, laziness is not one of their vices. They're up to their old tricks, abducting humans again, and so it's time to assemble a squad and send them off to
Australia
That's
has
all
sent a
for
number
this
of requests for
episode.
assistance.
Thank you for
That's our next
watching,
drop
and
site.
we'll see you next time.